Another hot and sweaty day here in 9B. The sun is out, thank you, Lord, but it is roasting out here. We are sweating. No, I don't spray myself with water just for the effects. We're out here. What are we doing today? Well, today I needed to go ahead and handle these ants once again. They are back, and I got to make some more solutions. So I figured I would come on here and show you guys what it is that we do to make some more of this stuff. Now you can see how this is just, I'll explain everything, but this is just a crystallized form of the old stuff that I did. And then this is just sugar and borax, granulated sugar, okay? Just the cheap stuff, whichever one works. And borax. Laundry detergent, yes. Laundry detergent booster, right? Sodium tetraborate, I think that's what it is. Anyways, yeah, sodium borate. All right, so anyways, how much do we put in here? A lot to a little, right? So what I do is I will take the sugar, and I don't measure this out exactly. There's no exact science to this. I just do a lot of sugar and a little bit of borax. Make a slurry and we'll use it. And these ants are going nuts already. I am sitting here watching them. Let me show you here. And you can adjust this formula to your liking, but really all you need is a little bit of boric acid and it will wipe out the colonies, because I don't know if I've told you guys before, but ants have two stomachs, one for themselves and one for sharing. So what they want is this awesome white stuff, right? That we're all addicted to, right? So this is what they're looking for. And instead what you do is you give them a little bit of this mixed in there. And this is probably way too much. Probably it's like a tablespoon. You could probably just do a couple of pieces like that, and that would be more than enough. But we'll drop a little bit in there. Man, I got ants all through here. I had a mango up here, so they were all coming for the seed of that. But ants are everywhere here. This is part of living here and part of gardening, really. Ants are going to be part of your system. Now, what you do to go ahead and get rid of them is totally up to you. There are some harsh ways of doing it, and there are some not so harsh ways. So this is, I don't want to say natural, because this stuff technically doesn't grow from a tree, but it is I would say the easiest way. I'm not using a bunch of chemicals. It is, I would say, be careful with dogs. What's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in. And then we just add some water to it. So I just added a little bit of that borax, not much. If I had to calculate, maybe a tablespoon, you know, but the rest of it is just water. Oh, I probably made it way too liquidy, so I might have to add some more sugar. You want to make it into like a simple syrup, if you will. Yeah, that's way too much water. See how loose that is? I will add some more and tighten it up. Although I'm sure the liquid will still work. And as you put them into these bottles, I'm guessing that what I do is, let me show you. I've shown you guys the bottles before. I may have to run over and grab another one. Oh, right here. As you put them into the bottles, look at this one. This one sat over here, was in this pot. And what you're seeing here, that is not dirt. Those are ants in there. Let me see if I can get that angle better. All ants. That's not pepper. That's not any of that. They literally go inside. They are greedy. They want that sugar, y'all. The sweet stuff. And we'll take it back to the queen and wipe out the whole colony. So this is the easiest stuff this is the stuff that I recommend. It's not the fastest acting type of formula where you're going to get results overnight. It does take some time. Okay. So if you're needing that immediate action to kill them on contact, this ain't for you. This ain't the one, right? It does take a little bit of time, but it gets it done, right? And I just have the bottles everywhere around here. Doesn't look the coolest, but again, it's serving its purpose. What's up? Thanks for tuning in. Where are you guys watching from? Hopefully you guys can hear me. I've been doing this, and then I'll set up a video, and then I forget to turn on my mic, but hopefully y'all can hear me today. Kiwi and I are out here. Just got done watering. Although, hoping we get some rain later. So we'll dump some more sugar in here to make it a little bit more of a syrup versus a juice. Shake it up real good. And again, you can use it liquidy, but I like it to be a little bit on the thicker side. But the ants are going to find this stuff regardless. Be careful with your pets. You all know what you have. Borax is technically toxic for them. But again, you guys can hide these bottles. There are ways to, if you want to put them underneath some pots, some like larger pots, you can hide whatever. I don't know if you want to do something like that. And then you could tape these up. The ants will come in from the side, but your pets wouldn't be able to get into there. Think about innovative ways to hide these as well. Away from your animals, if you have those types that will get in and destroy your stuff. Whatever suits you. Kiwi was raised already with these in the yard, so she's learned not to mess with them. Although the coons will come over and relocate them as well. They don't know. I'm not here saving all those guys. I'm sorry, y'all. They're here taking my fruit. Way water. That's way too much water in there. I went ham on the water. It's all right. I don't want to waste all this stuff, so we're going to add more sugar. We're going to tighten it up, folks. I should have went way less in the water, but I got excited, and we started filling it. All good. Still going to work, and it's going to kill lots of these sweet little ants that are littered in your yard. Do we want to kill them all? No. We do need them. They are nature's composters. I just don't want them on my stuff, right? I don't want them on my fruit trees, and I don't want them on the nursery pots. Inside the nursery pots, they wreck the peppers, man. I will show you right over here. They love peppers. For some odd reason, once you put the peppers in, they will find their way in. I'm going to add just a touch more because I did add some more sugar. Probably shouldn't have to, but we're going to add a touch. A little bit goes a long way, and I will add a little bit more. But yes, the ants are right now on my peppers and some of my figs. They like to go ahead and harvest the scale on figs. I've noticed pretty bad. They get them, I'll hit them. I'll go ahead and set up some traps. In a few weeks, they will dissipate, so that's not too bad. Hey, that's right, I got a mixer over here. So this is newer to me. It is used. Picked this up yesterday from the farmer's market. And yeah, she is work in progress. You get what you pay for, folks. So when you get them used, you gotta work with it. Little noisy, but I got tired of mixing the soil by hand with this little shovel and this concrete. Let's see if I can turn it around for you guys. Yeah, this is how I've been mixing for like 2 years, just in this little pan. But finally, I went ahead and got one of these. That way I can go ahead and mix perlite, peat moss, and fertilizers. If I want to add some compost, I can. So got it on sale for 40 bucks, but you get what you pay for, folks. All right, hang on here. You get what you pay for. Should I have went out and got a new one? More than likely. I don't know how long this one's going to last me, but I figured, hey, it'll get me started. But all right, let's go back to this. Give this bad boy a shake. Yeah, simple syrup with borax. That's it for you bartenders at home. Back in the day, y'all. Whoa, I'm trying to lean this up where it doesn't fall here. All right, so again, this is way watery. I like it a little bit thicker, but we're still going to use it. So what we'll do is, I got to fill up some of these bottles that are around, and I'll show you guys some other stuff while we're live here. But guess we got to go and collect these first. Thought I had more over here, but some of these, actually, we got some brand new ones here. So what I'll do is I'll show you how we make them instead of running around and getting all sweaty. So I just a little incision here, a little door so they can come in. Just like that. Oh, let me see if I can show you guys that. Just cut a little square out of there. And then a flap. That way the rain doesn't come in, right? And what I'll do is I'll fill it, just not fill it, but I'll add a little bit of the solution down below. And then whenever I put them into the pots, I allow it to sit like this. So whenever you water, the water doesn't go inside. So you're not going to water down the solution. Again, you guys can adjust this your way, make it your own. When you pour it, make sure that this piece is to the top, the whole opening, or else all of the contents will be down on the ground. And because it's liquidy, I'm not going to add much. Literally, a couple ounces on the bottom there. And we'll go, oh, yes, don't forget to put the lid back on. That way they go into the trapdoor. If you don't want this and you just wanted to leave this open, that's fine too. But what I've noticed is if I do leave it flat and I spray or I water the trees, the water can go inside of the actual mouth opening there. So it's not the best way, but again, you adjust however you want to. If you're not going to use it for pots, if it's going to go underneath something and it's not going to matter that much, and so be it. You do you. I'm just showing you what works for me in my yard today. In a year from now, I could totally adjust this and it could be a whole new thing. But for now, here's what we're doing. Do the bottles look cool in the yard? No. Everyone thinks that I'm littering. That's all right. It's all good. And what we'll do is, because this is a watery solution, I still will check in on it, make sure that it's still working. Just a touch. Make sure that the ants are still chasing it. If not, we'll adjust it, but I don't see why not. The ants will find it, folks. The ants are a mess, y'all. If you don't understand, some people are like, they're not that bad. It's like, you'll find out enough. Just wait. Because they will start mining all kinds of sucking bugs on your trees, and black sooty mold will pop up, and before you know it, then you're like, I gotta put chemicals on here because the ants got away from me. Yeah, if you attack it and you address it early, you don't allow it to build to that degree. You won't have to use harsh chemicals to take off the black sooty mold. It's not if, there's a little bit much. It's not if, it's when. They're going to find your stuff. How you address it, totally up to you. You want to go out there and put that powerful stuff on there? By all means. It's your food. Just don't invite me over to eat your stuff. It all depends on how you sleep at night. Some people don't really care. They can go ahead and sell all their stuff and give it to their friends and family and not worry about it. Me, I got to sleep, folks. You got a conscience, but anyways, got a few more in here. That's the cool thing about these water bottles is that once they're done, if anything happens, you chuck them. Well, recycle, folks. You recycle them and hopefully they get recycled. That's it. Just those little trapdoors right there. Put in some of this solution and you go hit up the worst spots. I like to put them underneath the pallets because the ants will work their way from the bottom and go into the pot. So if I address it ground level, it usually doesn't get that bad. But I'll tell you what, these Sugar Rush peaches, I don't know if it's the sugar behind it or what, but they love them. They love them. They're all over them. I'll show you in just a second. They don't affect the peppers as in like the flavor or nothing like that. I'll show you. They don't attack them or make them to where you can't eat them. It's just the plant itself makes it unviable. I can't sell it if it's full of ants, right? Which is frustrating, but it's what it is. I like these smaller ones are better. If you ask me, I would prefer to have a lot of these smaller ones versus this large, what is it, 16 ounces, 17 ounces. This one's 10 ounces. So smaller bottles are better. If you can find these little itty bitty ones, it's all you need is just a hair in there anyways, right? So if you wanted to spray paint them, I'm sure that could work too if you wanted to, but I want to be able to see them so I can come back and collect them. But you can camouflage these if you want to. Your yard, your rules. I'm just showing you how we do it here. I know a lot of y'all are happy that we are dodging a strong bullet here with Aaron, Hurricane Aaron, starting to take that. Well, it's going to shoot off and not touch Florida. Thank you, Lord, because I'd be sweating way more than what I am right now if I had to start moving and getting everything nice and hunkered down over here. It's the worst season for us. I mean, here's the deal with growing season here in Florida. Yes, we can grow full time, which is amazing, right? This is the greatest state to grow in besides Hawaii. In my opinion, I haven't lived in all 50, but hey, Florida's excellent. Florida, stand up, man. Come on. We get to grow whatever we want 360 days out of the year, in my opinion. 5 of those days, you got harsh winters and you got hurricanes, right? And I say harsh because you can get a freeze here. You can freeze and lose some trees here. So it's not all peaches and cream here. Now, a few hours south, you can get away with a lot more, right? But here in 9B, and this is North 9B for you other 9Bers, we're not all the same, all right? They done change this, right? They done split up 9B. There is a 9B South, and then there's 10A, and then there's 9B again. Tell me that makes sense. Well, it's all the sensors. They got it all dialed down. Okay, well, I'm 9B North, all right? If you can tell me that it goes 9B, then 10A because of the concrete jungle, and then 9B again, 2 hours south, all right, I'll believe it. If you tell me that R2, the two 9Bs are exactly the same. Very tough. I don't know. We'll argue that for a while, but I don't know. Sensors are this and that, and they tell us that we're warming. All right. We'll see what happens, but just a scotch in there. I don't get it, but North 9B, we're up here. We're making it happen, folks. Everyone wants to know, where can you grow these trees the furthest north without them freezing on you, right? And that's where we come in. We are growing in greenhouses, yes, for more of the ones that I gotta have fruit on, but I'm trying some stuff in the ground too, because if you don't, then we can lose it all. Or we just won't be able to eat the greatest fruits in the world, friends, in the world. These mangoes are something special. A lot of y'all don't know. A lot of y'all are still eating the stuff from the store going, what's the big deal? Why do people like these? Mangoes, I get them from the store, very cheap. Why would you revolve your whole life around growing a fruit that you can get at the store and they're so cheap? And well, it's because those do not taste like the ones that we're getting here. Nothing remotely close. If you like rubber, if you like fake food, by all means, go to the tienda, right? Go buy your stuff and enjoy it. I can't, once you go and eat the stuff fresh, you cannot go back. It's like if you make, let's say, Michelin star New York pizza, right? If there that does exist. The greatest pizza in the world, and then someone gives you a Totino's pizza. You're like, cardboard ain't cutting it. All right, hang on here. There's a lot of analogies. Listen, folks, once you eat fresh, I ain't going back. Hang on, let me spin this bad boy around. Let's go find out where we can put these. You want to have some talk? Hang on, let me show you. Don't know if my phone's going to overheat, but let's hang out and see right in here. This is where you will see them. And you always know if they have the loose soil going up the plant, right along this edge. You see right in there? It's bright. Hopefully y'all can see that. But right around in here, they are running amok. You see them running now? Maybe, maybe not. But they are all in there. It sucks. Ants are terrible. Are they affecting the actual peppers? No, they're not on the peppers. They're not really doing anything to the peppers, but the plant itself sucks. And I got this one in here, this little trap. Ants are in. They're moving, they're grabbing it, they're taking it back. But this takes time. This takes time. I got another one over here in the Atamoya. This Atamoya came in with ants as well. But those red ones, bro, like not even like these sugar style ones. These were like the monsters. So dropped it over here. So I got to sit on it for a while. I'm not going to give it anything harsh. This is Elisa. I'm not going to give it anything harsh, but I gave it some ant bait there, and we're just going to watch it and make sure that these ants will evacuate and then sell it. But we got more baits inside of there, so hopefully that'll work. Over here on the figs, which I got to weed once again, we'll go ahead and put one, again, trap door down, put one down in there. You also could, here's the other move, out of sight, out of mind, you could put it underneath down here and hide it, right? Oh, very fancy. That way no one knows and no one sees nothing, right? Look at that, right underneath there. Ants will find it. Make sure that the trap door is down so you don't get water in there. Something like that. And you walk away. There's Kiwi. Oh. Over here, in this area, we'll put another one. And you can move these around. That's the coolest spot. If you have problems with ants, you can leave them in an area, let them sit there for a couple of weeks. Once the issues are done and fixed, you move them. So this is how we do it. And keeps them away from dogs, right? So they're not going to be able to get in there, or the cats. No, nothing's going to get in there and actually get a drink of that. So hide it from everybody, y'all. Here in the front, I guess we can do another one. Hang on here. Down below, underneath this rack, a lot of them live underneath there. So we'll toss one down in here as well. And she can get to that, but I monitor them. There's another one down there. If I see that they start disappearing, then we'll address it. Hang on here. Make sure I'm not zoomed in too much. Thanks for tuning in. We got one more. Let's take a walk and we'll go see where we can put it. Although there are some ants in this shade house here. They're everywhere, y'all. Literally, you could do 1,000 of these and it probably wouldn't be enough. Hang on. We'll go right in here, in between these pots. Look at all these little babies that we're propagating here from seed. Hang on here. I'll show you the winner that I'm really excited about. Oh, dang it, this tripod doesn't want to close on me. Anyways, so lots of new seedlings coming out. All these little mango seedlings are coming. And I like to try to find that one that sticks out. Of course, I'm always looking for that variegated mango. That's my main goal here. Is you never know. You grow enough fruit or enough seeds, one of them will come out totally different, and it will be that one, right? Got a couple spiders rocking in here. This one, very exciting. Not a mango. Not a mango. I know some of y'all will know what that is. That is an avocado instead. And this one, super important avocado. We're bringing Bumpy back. Yep. This is Bumpy avocado. All right. Not to be confused with the other one. This is the OG Bumpy. One of the greatest avocados, best avocados I've ever eaten. Straight up. Now this is, I'd say only 2 trees that are left. The OG Bumpy actually passed, had some issues. So now through grafting, we saved it. And there's only 2 trees now. This one and another one that I grafted. So anyways, more seedlings in here of actual mangoes. This one is the one that I wanted to show you. Look at this stunner right here. Hang on here. Let me move this one. This is a polyembryotic, right? 2 shoots. Here's a Fairchild, right? 1 shoot out of there. This one, look at this one. shoots out one giant leaf. Who does that? No other leaves. That new growth just kicked on the top. No, I didn't cut anything from there. Totally natural. One giant leaf. What is it? Fairchild. F-child, my friends. Beautiful little mango. And it just puts on one huge leaf. I haven't seen that one before, but that one's going to stick around because it hasn't done that. None of these other ones are doing any of that. Got this deep purple, which is very cool. I do love this color on the new little seedlings. There's a poly as well. Raw honey, which was a good mango, y'all. Good mango. Greatest? It was good. It was good, y'all. It was good. Cut it some slack. It's a good mango. But that's what we're doing. We're watching all these little new seedlings pop, trying to find out which one's going to be that special one, right? What's it going to be? So, and we'll use these for rootstocks for later. That is the idea, is to be able to graft them down the road. Although we still have some from last year, but that's all right. Can't go wrong with having more rootstocks. I got more jabos to up pot over here. All kinds of work, folks. The work does not stop. Planting more seeds, more moringas coming out. Always working, folks. Propagating some more Okinawa spinach as well. Running low on that. Oh, here's one that I wanted to show you. So here's, well, two Glens that are working, that are cooking right there. This one, here's one out of the 7 Marias that failed. And you go, oh, you failed, you suck. No, listen, check it out. This happens to all of us, right? You do this enough, you're going to also fail as well. And if you don't, maybe you're just better than me, right? Wow. There's always that. Well, this one is a very cool one. Hang on here. Dang it, why doesn't it? All right, doesn't want to close on me. Why is this one? Do I want to show you this one? This one was a wrap job done by me, and I missed that piece right there. If you can see there, right in there, didn't wrap that spot, and that's why it failed. Everything else, technique was fine. You can do everything, hold your mouth right, but at that moment, when you don't wrap and you don't check and it rips, it dries out. So you can do it all correctly, but you just missed that one piece. So when you wrap, make sure that it's double wrapped all the way around. You dry it up and down goes Fraser. So it does happen, folks. All right, I wanted to hang on to that to show you, but still got some more Marias that are kicking. I moved them just in case they would, that way they're not all together. In case a limb falls, they don't all break. Limbs are coming down over here. Not huge, nothing crazy, but it's hurricane season, so I have to go ahead and split up my investments to make sure that we don't lose nothing. And if we do, we'll lose a few and not all. But it's a roaster, folks. Turned off the irrigation on the mangoes in here. On the Venus, the Glen, and Fairchild. The Fairchild was tasting good this year, but what I noticed is towards the end, hang on, towards the end, they started getting a little bit more on that watery side. So I went ahead and capped the irrigation. I should have done that a while ago, but hey, we did it now. This tree will be getting, it'll be getting relocated the following year. This year, we're going to keep it in here one more year. If I can get another dozen on there, that'd be cool. Glenn just got a haircut on this side so I can walk through. This one's going to hang out in here. And Venus is the one that's leaving this year. She is getting ejected. She's getting the boot. Look at her already growing way too big for this spot. So once these beautiful monsters are off, then I will come over and give her a big haircut. We're going to move her. Venus mango. Delish this year. Now, I'll say this. I had it. Had one from the tree. Hey, Keith. Stop, Keith. Hey, come on. Barking at all the neighbors, man. I'll say this. I did purchase one, and I also tasted one from here. Excellent from here, homegrown. Highly recommend it. Didn't have any unevening ripening, but that was just the one, right? I still got a few more on there that I'll be letting you know how that goes. But so far, so good. Excellent fruit, excellent tree. It's the first time fruiting, so if it gave us 5 I'm stoked. That's cool. Next year, hopefully a few, maybe even less, because it will be moved. So it could skip that fruiting year. That's why I didn't want to move that one in the Fairchild, because then it'd be 2 cultivars that we don't get. Oh, we got some pots in as well. 15, 25, 45 as well. It's hot. Let's see if we can't overheat this phone really fast. Carrie's putting on a new flush while she's still holding. About to pick one of these the next couple of days. There's one over here. There's only 4 left. Second flush. And I left them in the nylons because I'm kind of testing these rodents and the coons, right? Am I teasing them? I could put the metal ones on there, but I feel like once I go ahead and start messing with them, one can fall off. It's already there. And so far, so good. They haven't really gotten to them. But again, you see how I do this? I just put the containers right inside the pots. And so far, so good. How do you check to know if there's ants in here? Do the old knock on there, and you'll see them start to run down, come all the way down. So there's a few, but not crazy. You'll always know if you look underneath the leaves, you can see either the ants or some sooty mold. You'll see some scale, but a few ants you're gonna have, right? But try to control them as best as possible without poisoning yourself and your trees. 2 lonely fruit left, y'all. 2 lonely fruit on one of the greatest mangoes in the world. Which one is that? You don't know about the Coco Loco? I don't know what to tell you, y'all. She's delish. Started with 7. Now we got 2. One of them, I hate to report, was dropped. It landed over here. I missed it on the ground, and the ants got to it. So literally, I'm only going to be able to grow the seed from it. So had one this morning because it ripped. All this water, the rain was kicking in pretty good, so it split on me. So I took it inside, ripened it. It ripened unevenly. Again, it had an opening in it about 1 inch wide. So I figured, hey, it's not going to be the greatest mango to eat, but it's an M4. Give me some coconut, right? So ate it this morning. It was okay. It was okay. It had a couple of tones to it. It was uneven ripened. Not the greatest M4, but still edible. Womp, womp, womp. Look at this pathetic tree. What happened to her? What? Look at these. What are these? You call yourself a grower and you got dead trees on your property? Shame on you. Dude, look at this strawberry. Both of these strawberry trees just got crispy on me, dude. I don't know what happened. I got a couple of clues. The heat, definitely. I have been watering daily, and they just both took a back seat. They said, not today, not this year. They were pumping fruit out and then just stopped. Now, what I think is they're weak and they don't deserve to be here. No, kidding. I've been adding some coffee to these trees. So I'll take the coffee bags, the coffee filters, put them into a 5-gallon bucket, and then water it down, and I'll start pouring it into the containers. Well, some like it and some do not. I've noticed that some will have some burning of the leaves, while others take it like a champ. So not everyone likes coffee. I'm going to have to slow it down. Big flush on the Maria. I'm going to have to slow it down because I'm noticing that they are not taking to the cafe. Whoa, we got juice. The juice is loose, folks. You can get some shampoo for your hair. If you don't have hair, this will last you forever, y'all. Woo! That's the green version, I guess. She's still here. She's still here. Saint-Pierre's still here. Taking good care of her. Look, we're even wiping her down with some good shampoo. Ooh, awapui on the leaves. Look at that. That's better than aloe. Look at that. That shine, y'all. Woo! That's better than your car wax. Saint-Pierre's still here. I have to go ahead and do an install for my sister this next week to go ahead and bring it to her. So won't be here very long. She says it's one of the greatest mangoes in the world. So there's that. taste is subjective. What you may like might not be for everybody. And that's okay. I don't want everyone to like what I like. That's not cool, right? Anyways, it's hot, folks. It's adding more soil to a lot of these rootstocks in here and getting them ready to graft out, because this year it's gonna be pretty busy. That's the idea, is to keep grafting, keep making more of the best mangoes, right? If you're a great mango, we want to make more. If not, womp, womp, womp. Here's one that didn't like the coffee treatment, right? This is Rollinium deliciosa. Not all of them got crunchy, but some of them lost a lot of their leaves and are aborting branches left and right. I mean, Anonas are known for that already, but some of these were like, yeah, not for me. So I'm going to dial it back on the coffee deal. This one didn't matter. This one's like, we'll take it. See, you got more ants on this guy here too. You give it the old knock, and then you just watch them. And you'll see them run down. Oh, let's see if we can't squish them. Boom. And you can sit right here and just, if you got time, rub them all down. But they are running down the tree. And even with the solution, y'all. So does it work 100%? Yeah, not 100%, but it is better than that harsh stuff that's going to kill either microbes or the tree or whatever. You know, I prefer not to. Dang, that's a lot of them in there. I prefer not to use the harsh stuff, but I actually don't even own any of the harsh stuff. Nope, I lied, folks. I just hit me. Yes, I have a bag of 7 in the shed that I bought when we first started, because that's what Home Depot carries for $9. You can get 1,000 pounds of all the stuff that will kill everything in your yard. You won't have anything living. These ants are terrible in there. I'm gonna have to put another bottle in there. But you can kill this stuff. You can kill the ants in different ways, right? Whichever way helps you to sleep better. But Anonas will just abort branches all on their own. This one right here took off. This one I'm snipping. It just starts getting deformed, and it's like, nope, I will grow from another place, but not from that branch anymore. So brought another one back. This one was out on the floor, but I wasn't liking it. What's up, mama? This one is the cocktail of Oto Negro and Russell. And you can tell by the leaves are different colors. This one's a lot darker. This one's a little bit lighter. This is the Russell, and this is the Oto Negro. My only Oto Negro here on the property. So I figured I'm gonna go ahead and hang on to it. And what we'll do is just propagate it and make more. Been sitting up there for a little bit. Not many people are eyeballing it, so why not? Kathy, Miss Kathy, she put on a heck of a year for us this year. Gave us like 4 mangoes. Not bad for a tree, you know, it's this size. It is decently stretched. Like, it's in a 25 gallon. I would say all of 9 feet, maybe 8 feet. But I'm gonna go ahead and come in here and give it a good haircut, like really set it back, knock off 1.5 inches. That way she can go into the greenhouse, because she wants to grow straight up, y'all, and we can't have that. Great branching. Otherwise, I would leave it, but because she's in a pot, we got to make them more bonsai-like. So it's not the typical shape that you're going to see, but when you're growing these in pots, you're going to have to keep them way smaller than like if you would growing them in the ground with no protection. So that's my 2 cents. Marcus Pumpkin, this guy, shedding on you. What's up, dude? It's like he's got a jacket on. He's like, I don't need this. Oh, he's like, I don't need my old stuff anymore. I got new skin, y'all. I got the new skin going. Look at this guy. This one is Marcus Pumpkin. Had 2. Dropped one over here, which 7-gallon tree holding 2 bowling balls, way too much, right? I get it. Last one there. The last one dropped into the bag, so I couldn't eat it. And it was like 4 days past, so didn't get a chance to taste it. And it was a small little avocado, so not the greatest size to be able to eat it and say that it was good or not. So Sweet potatoes like crazy back here, which should be good this year. Hopefully we can get some. Citrus. Oh, ho, ho. So all this in here, I'm gonna have to do some arranging, right? My lemon is looking wonderful. Don't tell me otherwise. Even Stevie Wonder would say this is a beautiful tree. Like, look at this, man. This is gorgeous. This is what you want. This means success. No, that one's more than likely going to stay. I do have a calamundin that's over there. That's going to go. That's going to go into a pot. I need this spot for mangoes. This is a nice shady area with some good overhead. And this little tree ain't going anywhere. Tiny little tree. Leaves look like shriveled up foliage. I mean, the spinach looks so much better. It makes it look like it's part of it, but no, it's not. But the calamundin's going to get ripped up. In this spot right here, I got to put a tree there. A lot of this stuff is a great place. Why? Let me back up and pan real quick. Why is it a great place? You got all of this beautiful overhead coverage right here by these oaks. So that will keep the frost off of it. So what I'm thinking is, in this box right here, I'll put a mango in there, or two, who knows. One there, one there. Space them out through here. Tight, folks. We're going to plant very tight. But they said it doesn't work. Listen, we are planting for survival. We are not planting for selling of said fruit. That's not what we're doing here. We are trying to keep these trees alive and producing. Not a ton, so we could be like, we want maximum amount of fruit to feed the whole world. No, no, no. I'm feeding myself and a few people. If I can keep some of these cultivars alive, success. And trying to go ahead and pop some of these seedlings to find out what they taste like. So that's the idea here. Keep them very close, protect them from the wind, the frost. Look at this thing, it's starting to really kick off now. If you don't have a carry, come see me. Come see me, we'll work something out. Financing available, layaway available. Come on, folks, just don't make me repo any trees, because that's not what I want to do. But I'll show up at your house with a shovel at 2, 3 in the morning, or at your mama's house, wherever you got the tree. I don't care. We're going to figure it out. But we're going to set you up with a tree if you want. So if you want some fresh fruit, this passion is going nuts, y'all. I put one little vine down here at the base, and she's taking off, folks. She wants to climb on the bamboo, on the neem. There's a neem tree here. Already stretching up over. So they are moving, folks. And now the problem is, because it's back here, all of the squirrels know what the fruit tastes like now, and they're telling each other, and now I can't find them over here. That's what sucks. The squirrels are in, they know that it's good. That means that I won't get none. Come on, girlie. Oh, now we're here. Jujube. Thai giant jujube. People are like, I don't believe that you have everything that you're selling. You just tell us that. No, no, no. We like to lead by example here, folks. We try to grow the same stuff that we're selling. That way you say, what does it taste like? I'm not going to Google. I'm not saying, well, what I hear is, no, I'm telling you firsthand. That's the idea, right? There's nothing worse than going, what's it taste like? I don't know. And that happens, folks. Listen, you're not going to be able to fruit every single thing and taste it all fresh. But we try to grow it, try to fruit it. That way, people will find out what it's about. And if they can taste it, even better. Here's a veneer that I did, and I want to show you guys. Oh, that matching both sides isn't necessary. You can match, I don't know if I can show you guys that. This side over here, it's looking like it's pretty dark in there. I don't know, hopefully y'all can see that. But this side down here is matched very nice. Probably a bad example. Anyways, one side is really flush, and then the other side, the sap like totally just comes up and heals all of it. So even if you only match one side, that's the moral of the story. And only if you match one side, the tree will go ahead and adjust, yeah, and will absorb it if you do it right. Hold your mouth right. But we got some with foil, some without foil. And if you see, foil's pushing right there, right? You got a nice little green spot that's already showing some love. I left one out in the open just so we could have a difference. And let's go check on it and see how she's doing. Look at this. Grafted hibiscus. Uh-oh. Cranberry on green. Who is this guy? He's grafting hibiscus? Check this one out. This is a Glen that I left out in the sun. No protection. All I did was I put in this broken limb. I tied this broken limb on here to see if it would work. Eureka, there's a green little spot in there. The rest of it looks dark, but there's a small push happening right in there. Don't know if you can see it. Trust me, it's happening. So, not the worst. I was expecting for that to dry up. It's happened in the past. This is why I like the aluminum foil. Plus, it gives the frogs, the Cuban frogs that go in there, and gives them a home. They go in there and they keep the graft warm. No, kidding, but they do go in there and they'll hide. I like the foil. It makes me know where the graft is. Also, to me, it pushes a little bit faster, but we're testing it out, folks. People say, what are you using? This and that, and we're adjusting all the time and running your own experiments. But I heard it only works this way. Well, then you do it your way, and I'm going to test it my way. So here's a little bit of a conundrum. You got a Ceci Love seedling getting really close to this cranberry hibiscus. So chop that one down, bring it there. Ceci Love seedling with the return to sender graft on it. So we're going to see which branch will flower faster. This one here that I grafted onto itself, this one here, or this original piece of the tree. So maybe there's something, maybe there's nothing. This is how I like to conduct my own experiments, which you should be too, instead of just taking people's word on it, right? I've done it, it's settled, it's the only way, right? And it's like, no, dude, that's your way. You did it your way. You did it with your water, your air, your juice, right? It's totally different, in my opinion. Even if they say, look, we tried it and it doesn't work, I'm gonna go, it didn't work for you. I'm still gonna do it my damn way, or my way, right? Coconut cream, growing like a dream. Tiny little piece, but it's still budding there. The other one, in the shade, already pushing from the top there. So coconut cream, Glen, OG Glen, showing some fresh green on the bottom there. The shade, can you get fruit in the shade? Depends on who you ask, right? Everyone's saying, no, you need all of the sun, which of course you do need the sun, right? Without the sun, you cannot grow or fruit. I get it. But how much can you get in the shade? That's the question. You watch the latest video, you know, on Fruit for Trees. He was like, well, it's the shade. It's the shade. I get it. But I would totally believe it. And I would say, man, this guy's onto something. Unless, and I will say it, unless you've gone to Kevin's house, Mr. Williams, and once you go over there, he's going to go, you're going to realize what they tell you about shade and sun, you throw it right out the window. You will see some of the biggest mangoes and the most mangoes growing right in the shade. I'm not fronting. You can look at his videos. All right. I've been over there. You will see some awesome fruit hanging right in the shade. And you're like, in the shade? Yeah. So the guy says, yeah, the top of the trees will give you the fruit and then the fruit hang down. Still a win, right? Still a score. If that's the case, I'm still getting mangoes, right? And you're actually giving them more coverage. So wind protection is good. For hurricane protection, it's good. So many different ways to do it, folks. I'm not saying that I'm going to grow these all in the shade and I'm going to try to shade this out on purpose. No, but you can get fruit in the shade. Now, let's talk Connect 4 really quick before my phone heats up. Connect 4, what's going to happen, right? 4 seedlings, 4 feet total, probably. Maybe 5 feet total. All I want to do is taste each individual one. I'm not looking for a 25-foot tree of each one. Not at all. I'm going to prune these heavily, keep them small, graft them together like a approach graft. Shouldn't even be telling you guys. This is top secret stuff, but I'm going to tell you guys, right? I'm going to attach them all, grow them together, fruit them all, find out who's the winner. All right. Out of the 4, I'm guessing 50% may be decent. Maybe all 4 are trash. We'll find out. But in that small space, I could have just put 1 tree for 10 years. Instead, put 4 trees. Yes, it's going to look weird and it's going to be all bunched up. But I keep this one smaller, that one smaller, and these 2 let them grow a little bit bigger. So they all get the sun from the top. No, I won't get 1,000 fruit each one. I get a few. That's all that we need. Mission accomplished. We taste them. We find out if they're better than the original fruit. Maybe it was cross-pollinated with something totally different, something totally unique. Score, right? When you plant these seeds, you don't know what the cross-pollination was. You don't know what the father was. You know what the original fruit is, but what was it pollinated with? So you don't know. It's a total scratch-off ticket. This is why I like to grow seeds, because look at this. This is the ants, y'all. Ants on cranberry hibiscus are bad. They love them. They love the sugars on these plants, and they will be back for them. But anyways, I like growing the seeds out whenever I buy the fruit because it's a total gamble. You don't know what you're going to get. Oh, here's some more. So what? Oh, sorry. We're all over the place. Hang on here. This thing, new tripod, and it's all over the place and not working the way that I want to. What's up, Mr. Pirate Stacker? How you doing, sir? So here's how we address that. We just snip off the disease parts. What's going on? Gotta love some mangoes. Yes, sir. Sugar apples are kicking, man. That first one's about to develop here in the next couple of days. Haven't had one this year just yet. We'll find out. All the sugar loaves are still growing out pretty good. Everything's taking its time. Some of these are winners and some not so much, right? We got one over here that I gave. Oh, I gave this one the old coffee treatment, and she is crispy, y'all. This one is a graft that I did. This is a Mexicola Grande that I made, and didn't like the coffee. I don't know what I did. Did I really burn her back that far? Does she not like it in this spot? What's the deal? Thing is, avocados set and forget for me. I will not be moving an avocado. If it makes it, cool. If it doesn't, out she goes. Only the strong survive, folks. But I'm going to try to give it some organic fertilizer, see if I can't bring her back around. If so, cool. If not, it is what it is, and she will be replaced. I need that spot. So every square inch of this will have something. Not square inch, but you know, most spots here got to have something, folks, because it's all about the space. If I can incorporate more fruit trees, plants, edible greens. What? Are you serious? I just saw that, dude. Oh my word. You see why it pays to be out here every day? You guys are like, you walk your property yes, man. Yes. Look at that. Oh, I'm excited. PPC at Des Moines. I didn't even know that that was a flower there. Boom. You see that? Can she hold on, folks? Can we fruit it for the first time? Good seeing you yesterday, Mr. Pirate. And thanks for those mangoes. Whew. I'm not going to say that they were easy to eat. Kents are, yes. Kent, store-bought Kent is, yeah, it is exactly that. It is an acquired taste once you eat the real ones, you know? But nonetheless, I'll make something out of them. Thank you, sir. It was strange because they're like a little overripe, but still somewhat chalky. So it's like both. I haven't had that in a while. But anyways, thank you, sir. We got any guavas over here? Oh, we got a bag of them, and they're all bad. Let's see here. Hang on, folks. Let me spin this bad boy around, get you in the shade. Thanks for rocking with me. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's hot. Some of y'all are sitting by the pool drinking mint juleps and such. That's cool. If you're working, good. That's what you should be doing. Getting some fresh air. If you work outside or if you work inside, under the fluorescence and breathing in that recycled stuff, God bless you. I'm an outdoor dog and I can't see myself being any other way. Like, but it's hot and it's sweaty. Don't you like the AC? It's like, no, man, this is how we're supposed to be. Can I untie this or not? All right. How many fruits do we got in here? How many edible fruits, right? So I net them that way we can get some sort of an edible fruit, because the flies will have a field day with them. These are all done. I came out here way too late. This one, any good? Let's find out. Oh, terrible. Already fermented. And probably no flies in there, but fermented, tastes terrible. Don't eat that. Ah, bad flavor, folks. Still flowered on this tree. This little shrub is flowered up really nice. They're good fruits. Their seeds are kind of big. It's not going to be like the main claim guava where I'm like, oh my gosh, you got to grow this one. It's a cool shrub, but this is the only problem, is that you have to bag them from the fruit flies, which I guess most guavas have that issue. Here, I don't see any more. I guess we're not having one today. There goes that. Well, anyways, listen, folks. Whoa, we're almost at an hour. Listen, thank you all for tuning in. Let's see what we can come up with here down the road. We got some more exciting things. Still got trees, yo. Start planting. But it's hurricane season, Dwayne. Listen, if you don't start growing now, what are you going to do later? This is the time to do it. If you want a huge pepper tree like me, look at that. Look at this. This thing is a monster. People come in here and they're like, Dwayne, how do you get your pepper tree to get this big? I don't know what to tell you. And I don't want to tell you how I got it this big. Is my problem. I want to be dead honest with you. Like, I don't want to tell you how this pepper, why is she this big, y'all? Why is she put on so much? How come mine doesn't look like that? And you go, well, about that. There's this thing called fertilizer that comes in these already made trees that drip down and feed your plants that good stuff, y'all. I mean, even the ladybugs are quarter size. No, she's like loving it. She's like, there's so many nutrients on here. This is crazy. Ladybugs are all over here. This is just a sweet ají. There's no heat to this pepper. Meant for cooking, seasoning, sofritos, soup, stews, all that fun stuff. Para los boricuas, if you know, you know. This is that pepper, right? Sweet ají. There's another name for it, I forget, but ají dulce, that's mainly what we call it. But anyways, this thing is a monster. I couldn't replicate this, and nor do I want to, just because I don't want to put that stuff on my stuff. But look at the size of that. My parents are like, yay, we got peppers for days. I'm like, oh, but look at it. But it's not that same stuff that you want to be promoting, right? Like, this thing is thick, y'all. She's thick. I know. It looks great. A lot of people would be showing this off. Me, I'm embarrassed by it. I don't like growing this dinosaur fruit that's just like monstrous, right? Like, I know it's fake. I know it, folks. I'm sorry. But that's what keeps me up at night. You do you. But anyways, folks, it's hot. We got stuff to do. I know you got stuff to do. Have a great day. We'll talk to you a little bit later. Don't worry about the heat. It is part of it. We need it. Love you guys. Gotta go.